Hello everyone, today's lesson is going to be on basketball skills. We're going to be working with high school kids from ages 14 to 18. We will be working with kids with autism. This specific child is going to be nonverbal child with autism, and so we're going to have 3 stations set up. I do want to point out that the instructions are going to be very short, very simple. We don't want to overcomplicate. We do want to make the movement or the instructions as simple as possible so the child does not get overwhelmed. We already want to go ahead and warmed up. We had our routine set, which is something that's very good to have with kids with autism. So the first part of the skill that we're going to work on, so it'll be me, the support worker with the child with autism. We're going to work on chest passes. And so what I'm going to use here is a little tool. I'm going to show the child, point at the number, and the child is nonverbal, but we are working to get to this point, so the child will read the number and then say the activity or the movement that we're going to be working on. I don't know if this I can see chest pass. Okay, so here's the student. So we're doing 10 chest pass. Okay, awesome. So we're doing 10 chest passes. Now that's all we need. We don't need the student to say anything else. We can just start, and I will be doing the activity with the student. We want to demonstrate ourselves. We want to work with the students so they can know that we're there along with them on the way, that they don't feel like they're doing the movement on their own, and the student's going to be observing me and mocking my movements for the chest pass. So if you notice, we're using a soccer ball. We're not going to use a full-size basketball yet, because we want the student to get used to the movements first, and if they feel comfortable enough, we'll add in the ball later on. So we're going to do 10 chest passes. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Awesome. Good job. Good job. So one big thing that we need to remember with kids with autism is we need to give them a lot of positive reinforcement. Your child might like high fives. This specific student likes fist bumps, and they like words that encourage them. So good job, awesome job, you did great. So you need to remember to keep encouraging them so they don't get discouraged, and so they can keep trying their best throughout every activity. So we have section number 2. We're breaking down these skills. We don't want to overwhelm. Normally in a high school setting, gym, you will have the kids working on game strategies and other things like that, but we want to break down the drills first, so the kid with a disability, so the child with a disability in this case, autism, has a chance to experience these drills firsthand, and then they can apply them into the game later. But we want to start off simple. So now we're going to go ahead and start with the second station, which is actually, this is part of the first station still. We're still working on passes. Once again, I'm going to go ahead and remove this 10 so the student knows that they've already done that. They've completed 10 for that one, and we're going to do the same thing except now with bounce passes. These are our task cards that we're using. So we're doing 10. Yes, good job.
Bounce passes.
Yes, awesome. So these task cards are very useful because they show the movement. The child is going to be the player. They're going to take that role, and they can see exactly what is expected here. So here the student's bounce passing. In the previous one, here's the chest passes. So these task cards help because they let the student know the expectation for this station and this skill set. So we're going to do 10 more. I'm going to go ahead and count, and I'm going to do the activity or the drills movements with the student. Ready? Got it? It's all right. 1. Awesome. 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. So the student seems to be ready to use a full-size ball. Also, the soccer ball is a little hard to bounce. So we're gonna go ahead and try to use the actual basketball. If the student feels comfortable, we'll stick with it for the next part of the lesson. If they don't, we'll go back to the soccer ball. Also, if you see that the student isn't performing the passes, so for example, you saw the student right now kind of slamming it down, that was because it was a soccer ball, but some students tend to do that either way, even if they're using a basketball. It's okay. Still encourage them, like they'll be observing you, the support worker or the support teacher, and they'll eventually get the movement right. Also, we're not really working on specific technique yet. We're just trying to get them familiar with the movements, and specific technique and hand placement we can work on later. All right, ready? We're gonna go ahead and start over. We're gonna do 10 again. Ready? 1, 2, nice pass. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Awesome. Good job. Nice passes. All right. So right now we've gone through the first station. We're going to go ahead and let our student have a small break. Sometimes children with autism need breaks. They might feel a little bit overwhelmed by either around a lot of people or maybe the movements, they're new, so they might need a little break. You can go ahead and give them a little break, about 1 or 2 minutes, and then when you see that their composure is back, we can bring them back to the drill. So in the meantime that our students taking their break, we're gonna try dribbling. Here's the task card. See the person dribbling, little arrows. This sets the expectation again for the station. The student is going to read out loud what's on the task card, and we're going to do this together. I'm gonna do it with them. Also, I do have my whistle here, but if you notice, I did not use it because sometimes children with autism do not respond well to very high-pitched or just loud noises. This specific student does not like loud noises, so I will not be using this. I just that's why we do 10 and we stop, to make clear where we're stopping and when we're starting. So let me just get this ready. Let me get the task card. All right, so the students are back from a break. We're gonna use the basketball again for this, and we're gonna show them the task card. What are we doing here? Dribbling, yes, awesome. Once again, our student is nonverbal. We don't need anything more from them. All we need for them is to acknowledge. We just need to make sure they know what's expected and that they feel comfortable performing the skill. All right, so we're gonna dribble. You can dribble with this one, and I'll be dribbling right next to you. So, ready? Let's go. Follow me. Good job. Ready? Awesome. There we go. Awesome. Good job. All right. So, once again, if you noticed, the child may not have done the movement perfectly, but we're not looking for perfection. We're just looking for an introduction and familiarity with the movements. Also, we didn't just dribble forward. We also dribbled backwards. We want to make sure we're, exercising different parts of the brain. We could move on to dribbling, shuffling to the right, to the left, right. We can do mixtures like that. But for now, we're just going to work on that. We're going to go ahead and do it one more time together, and then we'll move on to the next station. Ready? Here you go. Sorry. Ready? Ready? Awesome, good job. Yes. So the students getting the hang of it, getting a little more familiar with the movement. I know we've been using our right hand. Our child is dominant with their right hand. We don't want to overwhelm them with their non-dominant hand yet. So we are allowing the student to use their right hand for shooting and for dribbling. So we move on to the, sorry. Now we're moving on to the final station. This one's a little cumulative, so we're gonna be mixing in a little bit of the other skills we learned. But first we're gonna try, here's a test card, shooting hoops. Right here is a student, this is a player shooting, right? We're gonna do our best with what we have here. We don't have a basket, but we will simulate the shot movement. I will go ahead and demonstrate first, and then I will pass to the student, and they will chest pass to the student, and then they will shoot. From not moving, they're just gonna be stationary shooting. All right, ready? So what are we doing up next?
Shooting hoops.
Yes, good. So go ahead and stand here for me, please. Actually, I think it's better if you're over here. Thank you. Awesome. Let's go. Ready? Good. Awesome. There you go. Awesome. Nice shot. Nice shot. Yes. Good job. It's all right. It's all right. Good. Good. Two more. Yes. And awesome. You're an all-star. Good job. All right. So right here with our imaginary basket, we had the student shoot at the imaginary basket. Now we're going to do some chest passes. We're going to do some bounce passes. I'm going to bounce pass to the student. They're going to catch, and then they're going to shoot. Right. Ready? You ready? You got this? Let's go. Awesome. You're like Kobe. Good job. Nice shot. There we go. Nice, nice. Awesome. One more. There you go. You got it. Good, good, good job. Awesome job. All right. So, this is the end of the lesson. Our objective was to get a little more of practice on introductory movements into basketball skills. So we worked on passes, we did chest passes, bounce passes, we worked on dribbling, we dribbled forwards and backwards, and then we worked on shooting off of passes. So again, to recap, it's important to have, I believe teachers should have task cards for their children with autism. The task cards provide the expectation, they facilitate the students able to see what they need to do, and they can do what's on the test card. Also, my child's nonverbal, so at least when I show the numbers, they can say the 10, and then they can say the skill, and they know what is expected again. So they're conscious of it. Even if it's not many words that the student says, the little words that they say are meaningful. We also need to give a lot of encouragement, positive reinforcement, which is what I try to do. We also need to modify again with the balls. We need a softer ball until they feel comfortable enough to use the real size and the real weighted ball. It is also important that we start off with our routine. If we have a warm-up routine, we need to stay true to that. And once again, the whistle, we didn't use a whistle today because the student does not respond well to loud noises. They might get disturbed, they might feel uncomfortable. So all in all, we worked on our basketball skills today with high school students from ages 14 to 18 this could work with. The student here specifically today was nonverbal, and this lesson can be used, I believe, for that population of students. Thank you.